Hello, good afternoon. It's Lindsay. It's October 25th, 2023. It's Friday. And I wanted to do a video about more of my stalking organized stalking experiences here in San Antonio as a targeted individual here in San Antonio, Texas. So a couple days ago, not yesterday, but the day before, I went to the DMV here in town, the local one, the one that's closest to where I live, because I have to get my driver's license renewed, and it expires in a few months. Not till January, but nonetheless, I had gotten something in the mail, like about, I don't know, a couple months ago. They sent me something in the mail, and I didn't realize that it was going to be such a fiasco that I had to make an appointment months in advance to do this fucking driver's license renewal stuff. But anyway, I figure that I could just go there in person and do it, make my appointment that way. But apparently not. Apparently, you have to make an appointment months in advance. Or, you can't just go in there, a walk-in, and expect to get an appointment. Well, I was expecting to maybe get one the next day or a couple days later. But no, they didn't have anything available until like 4 months from now, which is fucking crazy. You see what's coming of this country now because of the social communist stupid bullshit agenda by the fucking stupid social communist fucktard Democrats. And I'll say that loud because that's exactly who are causing these problems, are the goddamn fucking Democrats, social communists. If you don't know that, then you need to wake up, because they're the ones who are causing all these problems for everybody when it comes to things like that. It's a fact. Just look into that. But it was just stupid. There were people in there complaining. The lady was really rude. The woman who worked there was extremely rude. I thought she was very unhelpful. And when I got there, I told you how when I walked in, when I was about to go inside, there was this black woman, this black girl on her fucking phone looking at me, laughing, doing some shit, gang stalking on her fucking cell phone, wearing these black Converse tennis shoes. Duh. Okay, a lot of the people who target me and harass me or gang stalk me, they tend to wear Converse tennis shoes. That seems to be an ongoing theme with these people, fucking stupid. And I guess that I can correlate that with how a long time ago, not too long ago. Well, yeah, back in like around when my dad died, when my alleged father Ben Baldwin died, Ben Armistead Baldwin Jr. When he died in 2003. Well, first it was my grandparents, then he died. But nonetheless, I had gotten some money. Let's just put it that way. There was a trust. And so the person who was my broker with Dane Rauscher in Houston, his name was Lucian Harris was a man who I worked with. And at one point, I sent him an email, which I still have it in my documents, a printout of the email I sent him a long time ago, about how I wanted to invest in Converse tennis shoes as a stock, because I was like, I know that one day those shoes are going to come back and be a big hit. You know what I mean? Like, my voice. I mean, I kind of had a feeling that at some point in the future they would they'd be worth a lot more money, or they'd go up in price. And sure enough, they did. Back then, this was when I did that. That was in like around 2004 or something, when I sent that email. And I still, like I said, I have it. I can find it in my documents, that printout of that email. So, but that at that point, those shoes, Converse tennis shoes, were probably only about $30 a pair, if not even that, maybe $25, $30 a pair. And now they're close to $100, I think. So I knew I just was like, I want to invest in those shoes. I want to make money with Converse tennis shoes. And that was a long time ago. But anyway, I've noticed that, especially after more of the stuff that happened when my uncle or dad, Alan Baldwin, passed away. I still think he's probably my father. I'm not 100% sure. But when he passed away, I have noticed, especially after he passed away, because once again, there was stuff that I was dealing with Lou Harris and Dane Rauscher, that I started seeing all these people with Converse tennis shoes again. And that was even going on at the gym here, and they wear them to the gym, like the Gold's Gym, a lot at the one on Goliad. But I guess that was way before he passed away too. I've just noticed this theme with Converse tennis shoes, like these people always are following me around wearing Converse tennis shoes at the gym, and they'll get in the bath, like today, actually. Was it today? I think it was even today. Yes, it was today. Somebody got into the bathroom stall next to me wearing Converse tennis shoes right next to me. It's like I was in there, and she got right next to me as I was urinating, and she had on some Converse tennis shoes in the bathroom stall at the Gold's Gym on Highway 78. So this is all very much, it's all coordinated whenever they target you with this fucking gang stalking shit. And pardon my cussing, but I honestly don't give a fuck. I'll cuss all I want, because it makes me so mad that my privacy rights have been violated in character assassination on pretty much a daily basis with this stupid shit. And it's just, these people are fucking stupid. Anybody who's going to engage in such stupid, petty, stalkerish behavior has some severe mental issues. They are crazy. Anybody who stalks another person in public, if you're stalking somebody, if you work for some fucking company, I don't care, you're fucking crazy. You don't harass and stalk people. It's against the law, and it's a crime. And inevitably, it's to get you to react, to further discredit you. But people who stalk have a lot of insecurities, and they're basically projecting their own stuff onto other people, because normal people don't stalk people. They just don't. They have the common sense to not do that. And I don't care if you work for some fucking private investigation company, if you work for the government, whatever, you're sick. If you do that kind of thing, you're mentally deranged. You need to go get a mental evaluation. If you stalk other people, you've got some fucking problems, as far as I'm concerned. Think about it. It's common sense. People, it's very abnormal behavior to do that. And so, yeah, it's called reactive abuse, when you react to this shit and get angry because you have the right to stand up for yourself against these people. Why wouldn't I? What kind of a person is not going to stand up for themselves when they're being systematically harassed and mobbed and gang stalked on a daily basis in public where you go? Seriously? Normal people are going to get angry and probably react instead of ignoring it all the time, which you shouldn't ignore these dumb fucks. Just fucking confront them. Throw them off their fucking script. For all I care. I don't give a shit what they think about me. They already hate me at that gym, and I don't give a shit. It's basically me on a daily basis being bullied around by a bunch of blacks or minorities, since I'm one of the few Caucasian people there. They all fucking hate me, and I don't give a fucking shit. I couldn't care less what they think about me. I mean, it affects me, but it's a horrible environment. It's very toxic, because they bully, they target, they scapegoat the white bitch, me, who they hate. And they make fun of me to my face, like, very directly. And it's just really, it's subtle, but it's sometimes very direct. Sometimes it's with men that are doing just annoying shit that's just harassing me, like sexist type stuff, or very perverted. And it's hard to not ignore it, but I try to ignore it, because it's like these people, they just seem to like have it in for me. And I kind of think that a lot of that has to do with that Bobby White, that black man with white security, this Bobby and Linda White of white security in Longview, Texas, that I got, who recruited me in 2009 when I had finished an online degree in private investigation. And the reason I was doing that course was because I was trying to find out more information about myself and trying to find out who I was really related to, and why I have this mysterious like fraudulent birth certificate that looks like the Barack Obama supposedly born in Hawaii thing. So that's why I was doing that, is because I was trying to investigate myself and find out answers about why things were happening to me. And so that's why I took that course, and one thing led to another. Then I got contacted by that man in Longview, Bobby White of White Security, who was going to try to license me or let me be an apprentice or sponsor me, I guess is what you call it. And that just turned into a big fiasco because he was a scammer and a manipulative liar who took my money and didn't do anything, made me do all this work and didn't do a fucking thing. That's what happened with that. And just basically setting me up for failure to make me look stupid is what that was about. And so then when I had told my mother about that a ways back, she got really angry, or she was mad that I was spending my money on something like that, on a fraudulent business deal, because she knew that I was trying to make money. I mean, my mother, she supports the idea that I try to make money, and she can be helpful with that. But she knew that was a bogus bullshit. So this man, what he did to me, and so she was trying to help me by, she contacted her friend or something who was a lawyer, whose son was a lawyer, and they filed a lawsuit against this man. And I don't know whatever became of it. But nonetheless, I believe that man, as a result of that having happened, which was a long time ago, still is using these flying monkey gang stalkers against me to retaliate, because I see all the connections and I can connect the dots with all this shit that happens to me with fucking security guards and police and private security and crap like that. That in my mind, the way I work, because all my targeting, a lot of it started with that fucking white security shit. I can assure you that I was being gang stalked way before then and harassed and mobbed and surveilled, but it got really intense after that stupid shit with the Houston Police Department that I got involved with, and the peace officer dumb fucking program that I was getting involved with in Houston, as well as that white security shit. So I can connect the dots. I'm not stupid. I can see all the timeline of how this has manifested in my life, and it's blatantly obvious that some of these individuals who had these government positions or authoritative positions, i.e. a fucking police, an ex-cop, Bobby White of White Security, clearly is involved with it, or was involved with it, to get revenge on me because a stupid white bitch said something bad about his fucking company or whatever, And if you look online, there's a bunch of shitty reviews about that man because he's a scammer. I'm not the only one who said anything, but I think he scams a lot of people out of money, or it's not like he hasn't done it before. Let's just put it that way. And he, by the way, is the one who recruited me by getting a hold of my student email address, which I don't know how he got that, but through that fucking Penn Foster online degree program in Penn Foster School, where I got my little diploma after taking a course in private investigation. So what a fucking joke that is. I mean, seriously? Like, anybody can do all you have to do nowadays is go online, pay a little bit of money, and you can do a criminal background check on somebody, if you want to, by paying a small fee or a monthly fee. It's not that hard to do. Or just do some research yourself on Google. Anybody can do it. You don't have to have a fucking license to do that shit. What you do need to have a license for, I guess, or what you need more expertise in, like in my case, would maybe be a forensic accountant who could help me with more things, but that's a different ballgame altogether. Because in my situation as well, that I have figured out, and I've pretty much suspected that, clearly it's about insurance money, life insurance policies, because what these gang stalkers, most of these perps and gang stalkers, community watchers or whatever, the majority of them, a lot of them, they are working. They are working for the police, working for the FBI or the CIA, because the CIA is a main government entity that does all this shit. The CIA is notorious for this gang stalking stuff, and the targeted individual term is actually a military term, or they know about it in police schooling, like in criminal justice, as a person who's under investigation. Basically, a targeted individual, according to them, their definition is a person who's under some kind of a ongoing, never-ending, bogus investigation. And so usually it's about money, it's about life insurance policies. And a lot of people don't realize that with life insurance, you can actually take out a policy on yourself. That's called living insurance, I think. But somebody, a total stranger, could have easily taken out a life insurance policy on somebody or on you. And that's another reason why they target people, is because there's a life, and it's about money. It's about these people are going to collect money when you die. And so, of course, they all want to get their greedy hands on the pot of money. But that's what it's about. Targeted individuals, some of them are worth $5 million. Some of them have life insurance policies worth $10 million, $5 million, $1 million, whatever. It varies, but it's all about money, and it's about life insurance money. And that's what the main thing about, it's about money. No question about it. They don't just target people for being a dissident. I mean, a person can be put on a watch list, like a government watch list, such as myself, for being a political dissident, somebody who's outspoken and vocal about the fucking coronavirus shit, fraud, or 9/11, or, these false flag events. Yes, you can be put on a government watch list for being vocal about these kinds of topics because it's taboo and the government doesn't want you to know, obviously, that it's a bunch of fucking bullshit propaganda. But yeah, so they can put you on a quote-unquote terrorist watch list because targeted individuals are also considered to be enemy combatants of the state because you go against the mainstream media official narrative. And so they'll put you on a fucking watch list to destroy your life, your credibility, your income, your relationships, or anything such as that, your health, and things like that. It's all done by these dumb fucking retards who like to play the role of cop or community do-gooder, and I'm out to save the world, and look at me, I wear a mask, I go to church every Sunday, and I'm a pastor, or I get involved with the community, I donate money to this or that. These people who fucking wear a mask and they go to their job, their 8 to 5 job, and they're fucking fake as can be at the fucking job, selling a line of bullshit to people, or maybe they're a fucking smooth talking salesman or wearing a fucking monkey suit, but then they go home and behind closed doors they're a fucking monster towards you or someone else. People like that, they're fake, putting on a front. Yeah, that's the majority of the dumb fucking gang stalkers out there. Is they're just ingenuine, ill-mannered, disrespectful, arrogant, narcissistic people, sociopaths who feel entitled to abuse people's, to overstep your boundaries, to violate your privacy, to sexually exploit you, financially exploit you, to embarrass you, to humiliate you, and to shame you, and to smear your name. And that's what they do. And they gaslight the shit out of you. And then they blame you for everything that they fucking throw in your way because of their fucking greed and arrogance and usually perversions. And this is a fact because I have experienced it and I've had to fight it. And the more vocal I've been about my experience, the more they kind of back off, but at the same time they know to not mess with me as much, but they still do because they're angry, because they're under the assumption that you can't mess with me because I'm such and such and I work for so and so. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you work for, how many credentials you have, or if you're in the fucking military or police. If you fuck with me and violate my boundaries or sexually exploit me or sexually harass me or whatever, I'm going to fucking call your name out for it. You better fucking believe I am. And I will, because I've had it. It's like basically these people take advantage of people's situations, their vulnerabilities, their financial situation, the fact that maybe you don't have a lot of support in the community or you don't have family around. So they hone in on that and take advantage and try to destroy you and enslave you basically as a sex slave or something. This happened to me. And I've already talked about how I had to fight this whole thing that happened to me in the past year. over the past year. I was dealing with a fucking covert narcissist asshole, sex addict, jackass, shit asshole, manipulative control freak, and using me, exploiting me in every way you can imagine, mostly sexually and as well financially, trying to get what I had, trying to get my money, obviously. But you see through these people, they're very transparent, and when you're dealing with a con artist or con man or some fucking liar. And my advice is, whenever, because I've learned from my mistakes, I try to learn from my mistakes, that you smell a rat, then don't let the fucking rat in the house. Or if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Or if you're getting a bad vibe about somebody and they're just trying to drag you down because of who you are and everything about you, then it's best to just let them go, or just delete them and block them and go no contact. You have to, or else it's going to destroy your life. And they'll show you who they are. They will, in the first 15 minutes, they show you who they are. But if you keep letting them, and you already know that you're dealing with a liar, psychopath, narcissist. But whenever or a criminal, con person, but when you keep letting them in your house, or they keep violating your boundaries, you'll die. You'll fucking die from the stress, or get sick or something, because they're fucking sent by demons. These people are demons. No question about it. They're sent by demonic forces. It's obvious, because it's like they speak in a vernacular that only these demon type people understand. They're demonic, they're cold-hearted, they lack emotion, it's fake. Everything is, they're fake. They're like scripted puppets, and clearly they're sent by demonic forces in your life. And so when you realize what's going on in your life and who you've been associated with, it's like guilty by association in a way, because you don't know who the fuck these people really are, who they sleep with, what kind of stuff they do, but you have your intuition that tells you a lot about what these people are and what they do. And usually that's your God-given voice warning you about people and situations that can cause you more harm, health-wise and financially speaking, and things like that. So I have the gift of intuition, and I have the gift to discern, and I have the gift of, since I have really good observation skills and listening skills, I'm able to see the behaviors of people and how they act, and because that gives it away. Whenever you watch people and how their body language and how they behave, it can tell you a lot about who they are and what they're up to, because they make themselves real obvious when they're stalking you and trying to get your attention or trying to get you to react. They're very obvious about it. They're really bad actors, or whatever they think they are, and they give themselves away, and it's really creepy in a lot of ways, because it's like these people just, I don't understand why people would go to that kind of length to destroy a person who they don't even know. It's one thing to be in a battle against your own family when it comes to probate. That's different. Like, you're working with attorneys, you're working with a judge, and you're working with a sibling, or not working with, but you're in a battle against a family member because of money and inheritance rights. That's different, okay? But a lot of the times when you're dealing, and yes, these people hire out stalkers. It could be your own family who's actively participated in the flying monkey people sent to you. Yeah, a lot of times it is your own family doing it to you because of their, but nonetheless, it's still, when it's a legal situation such as a probate matter, an inheritance dispute, that's what I've gone through, and I know that a lot of these people sent my way are it's all about, like I said, it's all about money. It's about inheritance money, trust money, or stocks and bonds, and property rights, and insurance policies and whatnot. At least in my life, that's what it's always revolved around, that and the whole bogus facade of mental illness. In fact, when it's like they are the ones creating the induced paranoia, quote unquote, mental illness, so that you react in a way that mimics mental illness, when in fact you might suffer from a physical condition or something. But all that stuff that they do to you is what causes a person to go crazy. It literally does make you crazy and sick, because of the reactive abuse is what you're reacting to their abuse. But I mean, I can talk so much about this topic because I have so many weird experiences with it. But so back to the thing with the DMV. So I go to the DMV the other day. That girl at the fucking that black woman lady sitting out there with the Converse tennis shoes, looking at me, getting on her phone and laughing as soon as I'm walking in the door. That gee, that was so staged. Duh. They're just waiting for me. These people are just waiting for me. When I go to these government places, they're just planted there waiting for me a lot of the time. And no, I'm not paranoid and crazy. I see it for what it is. It's fucking obvious. And then, so today at the gym at Gold's Gym on Highway 78. Okay, first of all, when you have to get your driver's license renewed, they have this vision test thing. And with me, I'm farsighted, or I have 20/20 vision, but I have astigmatism in my right eye. I can see fine, but sometimes I use readers, to see better when I'm reading something. But I can see fine. Like, I don't have a problem with far distance vision or anything. So, whenever you get your driver's license renewed, you have to do the vision test thing. It's not like I can't do it online anymore, because I've already done that enough times, and I actually have to go in there in person and do the whole thing over again. And they make you fill out all this fucking paperwork. It's like it's almost like you have to start all over, right? So I had to make an appointment with a place all the way out in a different city, because either that or wait 4 months to get an appointment there, which is fucking bullshit. But once again, that's a social communist stupid shit for you. But I have to fill out this whole thing as if I'm starting over. Like I'm a 15-year-old learning to drive. It's like I've been driving for all of 35 years now or something. Since I was 15, I had a hardship license. I used to drive myself to school back in the day. So I know how to drive. I actually know how to drive stick shift. I know how to drive quite well. But this is what the fucking government bureaucratic bullshit makes people do just to get a fucking driver's license, or get your driver's license renewed, which is total fucking bullshit. Because when you think about it, why do you have to have a license to drive? Why do you have to have a license to do anything? You shouldn't have to, but you do. And I know that the law is a law. You have to have insurance, obviously, to drive, because there's a bunch of fucking retards out there who cannot drive and who don't have insurance and who cause accidents because of their negligence, and they don't know how to drive. So I understand that it's important to have a license as well as proper insurance. That makes sense. But half these motherfuckers out there in San Antonio, Texas, do not have a fucking driver's license, or they have a suspended license, and they sure as a fuck don't have insurance, and they sure as a fuck don't know how to drive, because I see it every day. They intentionally try to cause accidents on the highway or freeway. They meander in and out of lanes. They don't pay attention. They look like they're inebriated, a lot of them, and they shouldn't be driving. They should not be driving like that, in my opinion. But they're everywhere here, everywhere. It's very prevalent, and especially when they're driving on the freeway when it's still dark outside in the morning, when it's still fucking dark at 7 a.m. with a fucking daylight savings time bullshit. They shouldn't be fucking driving. And so, this is just stupid. This is a government for you. This is the fact that they open the borders and let all these people in. They don't have any checks and balances here in this country anymore. And people don't seem to understand that when you vote, you're not really voting for anybody, because it's already predetermined, so it doesn't make a difference who you vote for. But they just let people run amok, and lawless, abiding people who don't care. And this is the way this country has become, thanks to the social communist agenda. And this is all done by design. If you research this, if you look into Marxist communism, if you look into people like Alan Watt and listen to this man's speeches and whatnot, you're going to learn about what's really going on. And none of this is by accident. It's all done by design so as to destroy the United States as a nation. And it's already just a corporation. It's not even a nation anymore. It's just a big fucking corporation that's run by foreign countries. And that's all it is. So you may as well not even vote. If you're going to vote, it's not going to matter because, like I said, they already know who's going to be president. I'm hoping that it's Trump, personally. But what my vote's not going to make a difference. But if I were to vote, he's the one who I would vote for sure. But I'm not voting. I don't vote and participate in that stupid shit because it doesn't make a difference. Okay, yeah, but let me pause this for now.